volume. Good morning. What is my monitor? Yeah, pretty sure. Is it? Yeah, I mean, I like, sorry, I should have introed this stream. I'm so fucking, like, dead. I barely even thought I was on. Yeah, but, I don't know, I like dungeon crawlers. I like new takes on them. So I'm down for something that's trying to do, like, a different style of that or a new take on it. Some kind of horror, feudal Japan kind of thing. Sounds kind of neat. I'm down. Hopefully it's cool. I don't know what to expect outside of that. Definitely like an art style idea of gameplay thing for me. But yeah, this is Labyrinth of the Demon King, I guess. We're here. Read off the developer and everything in a minute. Is that Nintendo Switch? Sprint. Crouch. I'm using an 8-bit though. I think it kind of goes with Nintendo stuff, but if I'll go with that. Cool, they have the option. Do I need to do the training room, Goto? Or is that just kind of for funsies? Let's check out the dev. That's a good idea. The dev for this is a JR Hudipol. Droid. That name. It's over for you. New Zealand dev. Very cool. 4 years in the making. Seems like it's relatively a solo thing. A little bit of help, according to the Twitter at least, from like a couple of people. Huh. Apparently there's like a new game plus. New weapons, new enemies, a new cycle. I mean, I doubt we'll do plus. Cool for anybody wanting to come back. Especially if it has new shit. Yeah, and I apologize. I had probably some of the worst sleep I've ever had last night. And I've been kind of just recovering all day. Long day at work too, so I'm not at top of my game. My bad, but this stream will probably be for 5 hours. I've got to do some stuff tomorrow, but after that we'll have a lot more time. Although I'm probably saving this for night. More goaties around, so maybe we'll start Ludo or something else. Or maybe the lads will be on for Outbreak. Oh, really? Just do new game then. I think the game's still loud. Also, this is going to be 4-3. I'm down with. Move it over a little bit. Music's cool. Am I gonna be fucked using controller? Gotta. Should I be on mouse and keyboard for this? You got combos? You did? Okay. I mean, there's definitely some of these I'd want to be not on controller. Right? Like Grimrock is definitely like you want to be able to click shit since it's very mouse focused. I didn't realize this might not be that. LLHF. Fighting game. Kiku. Quickie. Toggle sprint, but you have to press it every time. I don't tend to like having to press it every time, that's alright. Or any other attacks. Both of these buttons are jump. Base button. Sorry, bub. You can charge up. Okay. do we guard anyways? Oh, okay. Just for a limited time though. Schmack. Can't parry kicks or pushes. So you get like one freebie, but if you spam it, costs stamina. How much more does it cost? Oh, you just can't do it at all. Oh, yeah. You just can't dodge forwards. Can you dodge diagonally? Or just forward direction? Nope. Yep. Stamina quick. You dodge too much. Better to be aggressive or make sure you're actually hitting your parries. Maybe just to leave sprint on. To retoggle it every time, but like you can use it backwards too. If you're just trying to like space a guy. Gotta remember to turn it on. These secret doors, bro. Whoa. Volume. Cool. Crispy intro. Vengeance of the Lord. Oh, nice grainy audio and shit there. But now I can't hear the game at all. I guess the cutscenes are just like monstrously overly loud. Or was it because I was clicked out of the game? Oh yeah. So you can be clicked out of the game and the cutscenes will still play audio, but not the game itself. No hunger or thirst at this point. I'll try if I want to pray. I do. Yeah. He lives. Barely. I feel dead. Yeah, I didn't have any like out of game audio settings. I don't mind if it doesn't make noise when I click out. I mean, I prefer it to. That way I could fuck with the stream and not cut the audio, but it's weird that the cutscene audio is so loud. There's probably not many cutscenes. I guess we can turn down the cinematic cutscene. Yeah, some horrible sleep last night. Long day of work today. And I napped a bunch, so it'll be the longest stream, but probably a little longer. Cool music though. Music's kind of Silent Hill-y actually. Silent Hill F Real. I was gonna put that in the title, but thought I'd be pushing it. But maybe not. It's a cute little setup for sure. You guys are doing good tonight. I don't know how long this one is. I'll probably do it in parts. I didn't get Ludo in the mail, so wait, prioritize that tomorrow if it comes in. There's a garage. I do have a sword. Oh, it's like fucked. Broken sword. Standard issue outfit. Combined ship. And Mon. Wooden coin blue. Yep. Cool. I dug the music when we got back into it. Very ominous. Man, that guy was having him a good fucking meal. This torch is infinite. Said you can auto put the torch out, but I'd rather manually do it. Immersion, man. I'm supposed to be exploring any of this, or we're just going deeper, man. Next month I'll play Cool on. I'd thought about it, but I'm running out of time for the month. I mean, I could just do more stuff next month too. It doesn't matter that much, but Cool on is like a FromSoft kind of survival horror game where I think you play as like a geisha or something, fighting like yokai with the sword and shit. It's like third person. Old one. I've heard it's pretty cool. This is more of a dungeon crawler, I understand. We'll see. The spider silk. That old myth. Or folk tale or whatever it is. It's a Japanese one, I think. I don't remember how it goes. It's something about like the spider silk is let down for, I don't know, if it's some people in the underworld and hell or something. Somebody takes it, but then, you know, they start fighting for it or kicking people down. Kind of like a lesson in being a fucking asshole. It's one of those that's been adapted into like random anime anthologies and stuff. Been a while. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I think the idea is like, you know, you go single file, maybe everybody gets to go, or you know. Or like, you know, you start kicking people down and it kind of rips the whole thing or some shit. I don't remember how it ends. It doesn't end well. Kind of just reminded me of that. Although there was nobody else there, so it didn't really matter. Got a few places to enter here. This is kind of like the hub. Oh yeah, they're up there. Just visually reminded me. And you will see things reference it. I don't remember if it's the Ariadne. No. So, that's Greek shit. I don't remember what the name of the spider type thing was called. Must have that. Rusty. Support update. I tried to prep towards enough strength. I can't even remember the canal. Something. Where's the struggle? Is it poisoned? Poisoned. Better than what I got. Slightly better. Looks like it gives poison. I wonder if there's easy ways to like heal. How that's gonna work. Equip my shit. Well, something to keep in mind, I guess. I'll do some reading tomorrow. I'm going to a car appointment for the work car. I bring the Poe book and try to actually read some shit. Or I'm gonna end up doom scrolling. We'll see. Probably try to do some reading. I just have a little collection. I was in Colorado, kind of like a themed store. It was like some kind of cult store or whatever. And they just had a nice looking book of just kind of Edgar Allan Poe short stories. I think there's like 10 in there or something. I read one, which was interesting. I was like, I haven't read much Poe. You know, there's some influence there, so I was like, fuck it. Something I could dip into. Just on the side. If I'm gonna sit down and read a lot, I'd probably read My House of Leaves. I've been really meaning to do that. Then I can unlock the ability to play My House.wad in Doom. But yeah. That'd be cool. Okay, so that was got it in there. Pretty sure there was more to open though. I just need to throw in a few extra things. Getting the opportunity. If I missed any doors back there, I really feel like I did. I give it an extra check. Like I said, I'm pretty fucking tired. I'm kind of out of it. This will be very slow, but this is the kind of game where slow is fun. So I think it's just that big building. I think we could get into this one. Unless you can actually interact with ladders. I was looking for, when I was at some of those bookstores, a Scanner Darkly because we were talking about it, but couldn't find it. They were supposed to have one on inventory, but it's one of those used bookstores, so it's kind of just everywhere. I was like, that could have been cute to read some Duck. I've never read any straight up. I might have read one, I don't remember. A short story. Save that for the future. Didn't they do some shitty Keanu Reeves movie with Scanner Darkly? I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't shit, I don't know. I thought it was like in some kind of... Can't remember the name of the art style. Yeah, maybe it's not shit. I don't know why I thought maybe it would be. Could be cool. This is one of those I don't hear much about. Samurai, we're just some dude. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, that'll happen with a lot of stuff. I'll like certain parts of the setting or concepts or just little characteristics. I mean, I would say it's like a broad thing, but like, I mean, stuff like Blade Runner, I still like both, right? Maybe it means more that a lot of that sci-fi is built on ideas, and sometimes just cool ideas isn't enough, right? I feel like stuff like romance is less built on novelty, probably more just they're good or not, I don't know. Like there's certain genres that I think novelty of concept kind of more common. But that doesn't mean the quality would be magically better all around. I don't know anything about Scanner Darkly. Help me. Four towers. No king resides in the last. The warden, the keeper of that tower. To shoulder their burden. Sure. Live. Manju. The entrance to the Demon King. Behind you. Four towers. You don't want to go there yet. Sense. I feel like getting some health makes sense, but stamina doesn't seem to be a slouch either. I wonder if I've already missed some. Pretty excited for this game though. And I like me some dungeony crawlies, and there's not many that really try to push the mold too much these days. I mean, they exist here and there, but well, not push the mold. I mean, I don't need them to be like, that's where it came from. I need them. I mean, having them be more classic is fine, but sort of like in existence at all, or trying to have like a new setting, or you know, lightly new twist. Right? Like something like Grimrock 2 is like godly, right? But I mean, nothing came after Grimrock 2 like that, really. Like a few little things. Now, there's plenty of dungeon crawlers that came after Grimrock. And there are some that put their own twist on it. I need to play Cryptmaster. One where it's like a typing game thing. That seemed pretty cool. You know, stuff like Lunacid's pretty sweet. I'd say the Kingsfield inspirations are more stark than anything. Which I still need to play Kingsfield. Let's offer this. Do we get a heal for this? It's a genre that tends to be pretty heavy duty. And I think that just naturally isn't like really mass appeal. Where you kind of like figure it out yourself and open and usually kind of difficult. And yeah, there's different flavors of it. The Japanese, you know, Etrian style's a bit more Is there nothing I back there? Am I just actually going straight up? It's a bit more fused with like the JRPG. Oh, I shouldn't say Japanese. I mean, fucking hell, King's Full's Japanese. Big open area, man. And there's like another entrance, but I wonder if this will have a lot of secrets like that. On the flip side, I guess I'm not like out there playing every single one that comes out. I'm gonna give it credit for. It's not like a mainstream genre, despite stuff like Souls being kind of cut from a similar cloth and being a lot more mainstream. Maybe I'm too tired to have that conversation. I can't say I'm pulling any great insight. I'm pretty mindfucked right now. I'm pretty wide. I'm sure we'll have another chance. I like the concept of this one. I mean, there's a lot of like kind of feudal Japan themed yokai type of stuff, mysticism and all that games these days. It's really kind of popped off as a setting, I feel like, in the last decade or so. I mean, it's not quite like the zombie craze, you know, that we had during the 360 era, but there might be a little fatigue, though. I still think this looks really cool, I think, because of the more horror grit. And not even just grit, it's like gritty grit, man, you know? Because, I mean, you could say, like, Fatal Frame 2 or something is, like, grit. It's also a dark kind of... Be old enough. This one's, like, super gritty, you know? I get a lot of it's the VCR filter thing. I think it's a cute idea. I mean, the Demon King is pretty classic. Kind of turning it into like a horror dungeon crawler deal. All the Kingsfield's fun. We'll see how it plays out. Repetition. Wonder if it's a more open kind of exploration experience, or if it's more. I don't know, or if it's more of like a linear kind of execution thing. How do I draw my sword? Do I have to like equip the fucking thing every single time? Alright, well, once I kill you. I already missed an achievement, dudes. It's over. It's possible. If there's anything really cool that I've missed. More More than okay knowing. It seems like something I'll never come back for. The four great kings sit upon their heavenly throne. Getting toasted. Walking out of juice. Yeah, man, I try to go in for a hit after the motherfucking guy throws his out. He's ready for the block. You gotta go quick. Back. I gotta get a feel in this combat. I wonder if just charging up a heavy is always better, man. Once we get a bit more confident, stamina will be a little less draining. I feel like it's when you're not confident of what's going on, your stamina hits even harder because you're trying to dodge or you're like missing swings, right? And then you'll actually run out. I don't know if there's like endings in this if you die. Care that much. I did save back here. But I guess that's how you get your health back. Just full dying. That's another thing too, is you move a little quicker. You sprint even backwards. Parries are good. Parries definitely are free openings, but gotta read them right. Need to be ready to juke. Ranged jab. Repetition first floor. Marked on here? Nope. like these more old school segue cutscenes. We'll come back. You can skip them. I don't think I would want to. Pretty nice. Holy. I dodged into the left, and I guess I was stuck on something. Little dude walking in at the door, man. Oh, I'm back at this one. Why didn't that happen the first? PCW. The summer of '98. With the waxen door. Mud. 5 mud. These guys almost always get me. I need to juke every single one backwards. It's okay. Okay, I do let you know. I see. Second floor is locked. Bullet, huh? In the kitchen. How do I fix it? Clean it. I like that my dude heals by drinking sake, man. Sounds to pull a fucking Jack Daniels or something. Your stamina does not come back if you're sprinting. Need a better fucking sword, brother. Piece of shit. If these guys respawn or if that was a dude that was following me from before. Yeah, shit if they. Damn. They could pull the juice. Maybe I shouldn't. Well, one's alright, I mean, surely. You definitely, definitely gonna need to work on our stamina. Definitely pushes you to not waste time dodging too much. Because if you dodge or miss attacks, your stamina is gonna be pretty fucked. I guess it kind of pushes you to parry. I didn't catch if parrying used a lot of stamina. Yeah, right now it's pretty limiting. Slamming his fist on the ground, knocking back all evildoers. Okay. Yeah, we'll see as we go though. Is this? Really sought after by Kappa. Dirty bandit. Filthy and may lead to infection. No. This guy just insta turnarounds. Definitely gotta play the waiting game. You can kind of walk around the dudes a little bit. I guess that's one reason why you wouldn't want sprint on at all times. You don't get any stamina back when you're sprinting. So. And one counter hits quite a bit. You don't want to spam strong hits, maybe? I mean, it depends on how much more damage they do. I assume they do a little more damage than a light hit, but they're mainly used for like blocking, I guess. Fully restore stamina. Blacksmith. The dialogue's awfully like modern western kind of like ways of speaking. Definitely doesn't match the vibe. Or maybe that's just how they write some of the goofier characters. I'll give her a whack on the head, thanks buddy. It's Bub. Banjo-Kazooie character. Maybe you are. What? I literally spawned behind me. Let's hope there's not too much of that. That's actually really disappointing. I mean, if they like sneak out of something, sure, but... They like literally like appear behind me, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go save. I actually don't know if you need to save every time you do something. Or if it just like remembers what you've done. And the reviving is like just the place. Can't dodge at all with the freebie if you have 0 stamina. Wonder if like the rooms reset if you die. The idea. But your progress is the same. I want to finish up the first floor before we go to the basement. There's better shit in the basement. Those guys keep stalking, man. The tug of the Salky. Another pole. We absolutely need more stamina. Holy shit. That's the next thing I do. I mean, it'd be nice to have more HP, but I can't even, like, punish enough, which means I get in more trouble. We need to find offering. Jammed, wasn't it? Join the music though. Fungus. Okay. Remember that's there. Definitely seems like the kind of game I do not want to miss any loot value. I could go without these guys. Every single thing you kick open has to be a situation I have to like back jump from it. I would like a bit of how to react instead of always like having a compulsion to jump backwards. If I could like hear something or maybe see something, you know, learn something about how the dungeon works. Compulsory backdashing with a stamina system. Little whatever. Is your body of ailment? Okay. So what is quick used? Oh, quick use stamina. Stamina and healing. Fungus. Salt. In the pantry. Yeah, so we gotta free the blacksmith. I mean, I assume there's gonna be some boss fights and shit, so I don't use all my sake. If we can just respawn, and if we can get like some shortcuts or something, that's pretty good. Damn, he's got a special fucking attack just for it. He's good, man. Dude, these guys have like actual counter attacks on your heavies, man. He just has hyper armor. Hyper armor in a hallway. Even on your heaviest attack. Pretty wild. Have to learn them. Seems we keep everything. There's a few of these. I guess it's a little bit more like us. Where we have to reach points to get checkpoints and all that. But I'm not seeing anybody respawning. You just gotta roll. Means I'd rather save my healing for fights that need to be all done at once. Or just if I don't feel like walking back. Interesting. Very interesting. See how it pans out. A lot off the bat. So they do respawn and kind of throw random dudes around. This guy's just fucking here, man. Oh, he doesn't even have the same thing. Need to weave in the kick more for combos. I mean, the kick's a guaranteed hit, so if I have the stamina, I could open them up instead of waiting for like a parry. Because they will go for a quick block. Like, it ain't nothing. Fungus. Okay. What kind of secrets we got? Let's go back, make another save. And I guess we'll go to the basement. Oh, for a little shortcut there. At least the enemies can drop stock, yeah. Beating each other up. Wait, I was gonna go to the base. Let's see what's ready. It's interesting, if you can just die and get full health, why not just make it so I get full health every time I go to the shrine? But unless it's for the idea of like having no death runs and you very carefully use all your items. Yeah, I was thinking of that every time I've had a little weirdness. I mean, I'm digging it so far, but yeah, there's definitely some oddities there. Where it's like, you know, when you die, some of it's randomized. Sometimes they spawn dudes miraculously behind you. If you're just going to get full heals and it's gonna like loosely remember all your progress, then you might as well just do a bonfire thing. Just go full souls. That's kind of the whole idea of those. Not a big deal, but yeah. I'm kind of like waiting to see what the... I can see the justification, right? Because, I mean, if it wants to do more of like a light, like, you know, you're like Silent Hill exploration, not like full dungeon crawler or something, but like, you know, you have to like perfect, you know, runs to shortcuts or something, kind of like, you know, like an Etrian or something, or Or maybe like Souls, you know, or it's more specific. That's one thing, but because it kind of randomizes stuff, I guess that kind of makes each one fresh. But I mean, it definitely like lowers the amount of dudes and rooms you have to go to. So, which I mean, damn it, Souls don't have to do as sometimes as many enemies if you kill like mini bosses or to go get side shit. We'll see. Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, I really dig the atmosphere, and we'll see how the combat, you know, feels as we go. Like, obviously, right now you're supposed to feel very unempowered, very weak. You know, you got a shitty rusty katana, some dude with a fucking door can total you. But that's cool for that. But yeah, I'm like with the heals, it's like, well, why heal now? I can just go die. Like I said, maybe there's like ending stuff, but realistically, I mean, nobody would know that on the first run. Is that a concession you would make for a special ending? Or would you just change how you got that ending, right? No. Atmosphere is kick-ass though. Sound design. Yeah, I've said it a few times, I'll say it again. Kinda curious how the secret stuff's gonna be. You know, dungeon crawlers, especially anything like Kingsfield-esque, have a lot of like really heavy duty secrets. It wipes your poison when you run upstairs. Transition between rooms. We'll call that a cute little strat. But yeah, like that's an interesting one right there, where it's like, if a bug can always spawn in something, the best play if you don't have enough time to react to the bug is to always backdash. And I would imagine you wouldn't like actually want that. I mean, maybe the dev does. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the, you know, learned way of getting through the labyrinth. Like I said, I feel like something a bit more diegetic or kind of clue in or something. Sound effect. Visual in the box. A little egg or something. I don't know. You can see him through a crack. That's this looks sus. Four King's Pillar. Oh, you can max out. No shit. Okay. Wonder if you can up that max. And that's one way to do it. No point in, you know, just sitting on them. Use them as you need them because there's a max. I mean, that's a better concession than, you know, full heal. I mean, I would rather, you know, if you could just die and like full heal anyways, you might as well just let me full heal off of shit. But, you know, if you could get infinite sake, then it's like, well, if the enemies don't fully respawn, then, you know, and if it's difficult enough, right? I mean, if it's like not super difficult, you could just kind of use healing whenever, not care, but you would just save it for like a boss, crazy room where you have to clear it. But if you max out, that's like, well, you might as well just use it whenever. You're near the top. I like item maxes, max caps. I mean, in survival horror, I guess you would leave it, and then you'd come back and grab it if you really needed it. But because, like I said, you could die in this and get your health back. Feels more like I would just use it if I'm at 5. If I just kind of need it. If I want to save some running. Or we'll see as we go. I mean, this is like the first rooms. Cool. Those are 4 or 2. This supposed to be one? Maybe it opens from the other side. The 4 Bellers. This is what. Never. Forward. Who the hell are you? What is Fruities? This damn it. Like right here, I'm like pretty close to a save. I think I used a save recently, right? Like, just croak. I mean, as long as you're like somewhat patient. Maybe there's gonna be a cost. Yeah, fully running out of stamina. Good. I need a little more wiggle room. You slow your stamina gain if you move slightly. No, matters. Only if you sprint. Oops, All the anger of whoever his wisdom touches. The anger. That is. There's some dudes who like enrage. Berserk. What a deal. Insect. What that for? Heals the body. And that's just like a Gaga heal. That's where the Smith guy ends up. Pretty whatever room otherwise. I was at the pool. Stamina. That's supposed to lead down, but I can't get through this. Unless I get some ability later. I'll just go to the other side. Damn. I need a turtle shield, dude. Son of a bitch. Grass crest. Take whatever you got, man. Why does the incense go up to the 100 slot, man? Holy shit, I found one the whole game so far. Unless they're way more hidden than I think. Maybe they start dropping them in larger quantities. I don't know if you just get one level of stats per incense or what. Are there traps in this place? That's another thing I like in some dungeon crawlies. Not just like bullshit traps just to fuck with you, but like, you learn how it works, man. Or you learn to be like more observant. Bleed. You crit? Or like headshot? What was the deal with bleed? Does damage per tick based on the amount of bleed stacks? Damage per tick based on the amount of poison built up? What's the difference? I guess there's like maybe poison values that can be like stronger, so they give you more, but bleeds are always like per hit. About dead. But who cares? See? Like I said, maybe it'll make more sense if we do. Like, I'm really far away from a save point. Oh, rat spawn. Like, did that guy spawn literally behind me? The warning signs started going off when I turned around and there was a guy literally spawned behind me. I'm absolutely a-okay with like a door opening up, or like the guy was like hiding somewhere I could see, that kind of thing. Something you can be observant and learn from. literal dudes spawning in to create the epic encounters, though. Oh, that's juicy. Hello? Is it because I'm attacking him with like a 0 stamina counter? Oops. The mushrooms are not as common. Press the wrong button. Well, maybe. It's like you can always parry even if you're at 0. And then there's always the counter from the parry. But maybe it does like 0 damage if you counter with stamina at 0. I don't fucking know, man. Cause there's no way that little guy, I've killed one in 2 hits before. I was cranking that much fucking shit. Why'd they all fight each other? I mean, I'm dead from the ticks. Weird, man. So you die this time and they spawn like 50 dudes. It feels like it's kind of random. I guess to not make it so that you kind of like learn every corridor. You have to just like have a general skill level. That seems geared more towards the combat, right? Not dungeon knowledge or anything. The problem is you could just like roll like a good version. There's a lot of hyper armor too. I don't have any really. They seem loaded with it. I think the amount of health they have is like a little randomized too. I guess my parry disappeared right though. Kinda sucks you can charge up a heavy attack on a guy from far away, go in with it, and he will hyper armor through it and still hit you. And he's like the size of a little mouse. I mean, I already have limited stamina, so I'm getting a free extra hit or two. Big deal. Or, you know, maybe they walk up with their guard up or can still juke it, right? He just like literally takes it. Which means you kind of need to wait for them every time to do the first move. Kind of turns it into waiting to do a parry thing. I mean, I guess you could kick. I mean, the kick seems to be always... always a stun. Jesus. I mean, I'm dead. Dying from ticks. Sad. Then we get some upgrades. These guys feel like they take forever, these little dudes. But not always, that was the thing. Still no stat upgrade. I'm running around the rusty sword. Damn, you can't even pull your parry up. Like, I hit the parry immediately after that attack. And you cannot insta-parry after you do something. Only a dodge. And, so the parry riposte is not positive. Cannot continue attacking after. Sometimes you can. Some enemies take it. Some it's just a quick hit. You have to play the dance, man. So we get in the flow. Figure it out. We going, big dog? Armor. This MIDI. Maybe I shouldn't be fooling around in the basement, it is. Oh my. There is doors, dude. Go to the one. The legendary Masamune, please. Oh yeah, you can jump. I forgot you could jump in this game. It hasn't really come in handy, I guess, but that is something you can do. Hopefully there's some sense to them. I'm not pressing A on every door. Well, nothing big, but I mean some consumables. I missed something. The cross. This is an underground Jeebus church. Oh, hold on. You can save and quit. It's crazy that we found a secret room and there was no... What's it? These things are super rare. I mean, there's gear in this too, so I guess maybe there's room for it to be more rare. Fall down. Take fall damage. Yep. Missed. The 8 great hells. Ooh. Have destroyed life or stolen anything fallen to this hell. Hell of the black root. In 2 massive mountains, there's a black rope. Below the rope, there's a cauldron full of dark, boiling substance. Large burdens nailed to their backs and are forced to walk along the rope, doomed to fall into the cauldron, where you get dissolved. Over and over again, like in a more Jeebus hell, or... Interesting. I don't know if that's just for this game or if that's an actual logical. Well, I don't know much about. Other than what is it? Yomi? About the underworld, if you will. Japan. I definitely think mouse and keyboard would give you a little more precision at reaction time. I don't think it's a big deal, but there's some little stuff you gotta smack. Range gem. What? God damn, man. Those boys ain't fucking around, dude. Yeah, in the pools. In the pool rooms. You can break through some of this shit, but only from one side. Oh yeah, I was looking at a game today. We talked about it before. The Nameless game. Like Naname no something or other on the DS. Pretty neat. I thought that'd be a fun one to do, but it's like extremely tied to like DS tech. And I feel like I'd have to set up some kind of weird Android phone emulation hybrid thing. Because you play a... Oh, like the Nameless game. You play like a JRPG or something where you like find, or like an adventure game where you like find clues and stuff to like further yourself in the like horror first person. I don't think it's a dungeon thing, but like stuff haunting you and you're avoiding it and shit, like 3D game. Like on one screen you're playing a game and then the other like a haunted cursed game and then the other one you're like avoiding shit. Kind of something you'd see in like a lot of indie slop nowadays, but like actually cool. Maybe. I mean, not that it would be bad and stuff nowadays. I've seen some games that do it well. That kind of cursed game concept, but like within itself. I think there's two of them. But yeah, it's kind of one of those that's sort of sadly kind of tied in a little bit to okay, there's some balls. Let me jump up here. Kidding. But yeah, the DS itself, sadly. Weird. It also means if I want to save stamina, I need to only open one barrel every 4 seconds. Weird. In this situation where I have to like possibly deal with an enemy. Fucking condemned ass motherfucker, dude. Oh. My bee dog. Guess that's why some of them are weak, maybe. Maybe they do have consistent health. Just beat the shit out of each other. Which I like when there's enemies that will fight each other. You can kind of use that to your advantage, you know. Patience or inciting the enemies to fight each other if that's possible. Hell, you can even do that in old Doom. I gotta wonder what was the point. I guess we did get something. It was, you know, other than loot. Strange gem. And we need all the strange gems to be able to put them in that one spot. If there's anything else I missed. Let me just leave it, whatever. Not a single incense. What time do we got? 10. Every day. Hold on here. This is a room that I have not been into. It's locked. I guess we'll find a key later. Well, I should write notes down. I could start keeping my own personal notes just in case. I don't think it's necessary, but when I want notes and then I forget to do it, I'm usually too deep in. So. B1, Tower of Repetition, locked door. Start. Fungus chest and missile. Fungus hallway. North. That's I don't need to remember the first 4 fungus hallway. I think that's gonna be required. It is what it is. Alright. I'm curious what the fucking creepy bosses are gonna look like. Like I said, the art design's pretty cool, man. Proper spooky. Yeah, it reminds me a little of Yamaoka music, but not exactly. Like it's got kind of that like grinding, like a little bit of grinding metal, that kind of ominous sort of vibe, but it isn't like generically like horror stuff. Like it's like the spider noises or whatever. What do they call that? That orchestral like. There's probably a name for that. I don't know if anybody knows. It's not just like complete white noise with typical little spooky sounds. I mean, it definitely, I wouldn't say it's like trying to push some ultra unique, like an avant-garde soundtrack or something. And I don't think it would need to, but it's definitely been doing a lot of good lifting on the atmosphere. Alright, so now that I know there is hidden doors, I'm gonna go fuck around and see if we can't find early secrets. Maybe we get some cool weapons or something, or some armor. I like the idea of taking like the, taking it to the Demon King, evil Oni, whatever the fuck kind of deal. I mean, it would be a horrifying thing in the first place, but kind of really pushing the horror vibe of it. Doing the dungeon crawler with it. I mean, since you get maps of everything, it's a little. I mean, not that maps are bad for dungeon crawler or anything, but we'll see how it feels in the long run. There's been some secrets for sure. I wouldn't say there's been a whole lot of like having to learn any tricks of the trade. 10% against the storm in it. I don't think there's any Demon Kings against the storm. I don't know if the Queen's not much of an asshole. There's kind of like a horror dreaminess to it. I mean, that's kind of why I mentioned this. Not that I want everything ever to I say to be like a comparison to something, but it's kind of. What can I say? Like Silent Hill comes to mind. How you doing though, Outcast? Oh. What if we meet a Kappa somewhere? Give these two. Maybe these are a way we get like incense or something. Definitely really digging the vibe. Little oddities with some of the details of the gameplay. We'll see how the core function of like healing and death and all that really pans out. How often the secrets come into what kind of capacity. So far I'm liking it. I can jump. I forget this. I'm eating all the time. Kind of curious if the starter bit has anything. Although we already passed that one area. I don't know if we could go back into the original starter bit. Back from a New York Rangers game? How was that? Is Rangers... baseball? Hockey. Damn. New York, would that be the Yankees? Who's the baseball for New York? I don't watch much sports. as you can tell. Yankees and the Mets, okay. That sounds like I'm pretty sure it's the Yankees. I'm like, did they have more than one team and it's the Mets? Damn. Gotcha. Giants and the Jets. There's some kind of like way to get down here. Didn't the guy say there was something above us too? The gatehouse. Maybe we'll be popping up later. Yeah, I went to hockey games back in Sioux City, Iowa. My dad just got tickets for the local games. It was kind of, it was cool to, I guess, be there. I had fun with it. More the event of it than maybe me being in like young and really probably caring too much about hockey or anything. But I like when they fought each other. I mean, who didn't, I guess, right? Well, hockey's a cool sport. So would that be an NHL game then, or is that like a local thing they do in practice? Okay, can I go up ladder? Cool. If there's any more hidden stuff in these windows. Would you really call these windows? They're made for probably for shooting like arrows out of them or something, or seeing enemies. Man. I mean, maybe the rusty katana is supposed to be your like big first secret thing. I'd just be surprised this kind of game not have like some sort of like really early like nasty secret. Pretty much a staple. But maybe it was in the original forest. Can crouch. Did your team win? Sorry. Doesn't sound like you're too invested anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, well, I'm up here, but this is not intentional. Most likely, anyways. Although we did just play Karimara, which had a intentional secret thingy like this, but I mean that's different when it's secret. Look at that, looks like a gateway. Consistent visible wall. This is the labyrinth that the Demon King people want, man. Getting stuck. Infinitely falling. So if you have it, they prompt you, I see. I think this was locked. Jammed. Garage buddy. Dude, we got the fucking door guy. Brother, you really gonna go for the door again? Alright. Not much juice, but the save point's 2 feet away. So doesn't matter. Get a full heal then. We did get the second floor map. There's a third floor. Probably re-explore the first. My newfound knowledge. Probably respawn some guys. I could fix that up. Wanted to check this, the classic. There's something hidden behind here. Turns out people are liking Ninja Gaiden 4. Speaking of, I was thinking of Ninja Gaiden was not a secret like that. There's like an early one, I think, in Ninja Gaiden Black or something. Not a game that's about its secrets, of course. But, seems like it's pretty solid, so we'll probably do that. Maybe next month. Been real pumped. Play some out there horror games, man. Or just, you know, spooky. There just happens to be a lot that fit in a month like this. Maybe towards the kitchen and the pantry, which we do not have a key. Need to think about jumping more too. Could be secrets higher up. Oof. The long swing. I don't think there's anything over there. It's not cope, but that might actually get us to where we want to be faster with more health. Like the sound effects when the revive thing's going on. Gives it a feel for sure. I want to make sure I'm up early enough to get where I need to be. We'll go for a little bit more. Kind of getting it off the ground today. I was just so dead today that I just really didn't have the energy to immediately start up the stream without like fucking some more sleep. Short one tonight. Yeah, I gotta wonder how many secrets there are. I mean, we know there's like fake walls, right? But cook's room. Damn. Merchant. Achievement unlocked. What are you buying? Did they have to do it? I like this kind of like I wouldn't say it's found footage, this old like really grungy ass film reel look to some of the cutscenes. To give it this more like weird horror thing. They kinda got like some style camera angles. Like Dutch angles and things are like too zoomed in, or I like, you know, kinda weird like that. Looks like you're watching cursed snuff shit or something. It's cool. Only when they get a little too zoomed in on some funky animations does it look a little cheesy, but had to do it, yeah. The tea house in the castle courtyard. Feel free to stop by. The Kappa. No, I'm going to free them. Like I shouldn't do that. Best I have. Good, is there like a lot of ending shenanigans I need to be worried about? We're gonna miss out on some stuff. Okay. Torch. Compass. And Hot purifier. The 50 per 5 or 50 apiece? Oh, 50 apiece. I have no bow, I have no matchlock rifle. I mean, curing rot could be cool, but I feel like I'll just find one of these. I'll buy one for shiz. I don't know if you should just full buy from this guy every time, but I'm max on lead balls, bro. Oh, ritual incense. Jesus Christ. Good eating right there. Get what he wants. Shame we couldn't grab that ahead of time, but it is what it is. I'm done already, man. Oh yeah, we got a new weapon. It's an upgrade, I suppose. Type blunt slash. There's a heavy then a light. Forward. Yeah, the light's like 2, heavy's 3, so it's like. Oh, that's stamina. Damage is double. Okay. More efficient, I guess. Looks like the 3rd hit of your light attack is unparryable and piercing. Okay. Cool. Gonna haul ass. Really get anything from killing, so. What could go wrong? It's gonna spawn some evil fuck. I already kind of described him a bit. We are not very far in the story, and I definitely don't think criticism is going to be. it's not a big deal so far, but I like the dialogue a little too casual. Not too much. It's totally fine. I'm curious as we go. Like if something a little more atmospheric, kind of dreamy, or like subtle. A little less sad, a little more kind of grim. Or oh wait, there's a shrine back in the other place too. You can just do any shrine. Not that I think having NPCs who just talk, or you yourself being like maybe more of a normal person caught up in like a more mythological evil. Very, very light. I don't even know if it is. We'll see as we go. It's just like the atmosphere is so strong between like the grungy cutscenes and very gritty kind of horror vibe of the environment, the music, and everything. Having a little chit chat. Or of a casual nature. I guess it's cool to break up the tone a little to kind of highlight some of the more crazy shit, but maybe it's more the style, right? Like he kind of talks like a modern day person about. Instead of like a cross between a little. Not a big. Just filling the airwaves. What's with going out there and unequipping my ass, man? Didn't go get this guy. I wonder if the axe actually is like unique and then I could deal with some of that. How'd you handle your upgrades, Gono? Like stamina is pretty important, but obviously having no health would be fucked. I feel like I'm kind of gonna split it a little bit. It kind of depends on how much health the average enemy has. Like once I get enough stamina where I could like comfortably use whatever the fuck I'm using on a guy, then I guess all health would be that matters. But I don't want to get like 3-shot. Or you can only hold 5 stock here. Yeah, we'll see. Depends if it's always 1 per. I mean, they're so rare at this point that I figure they are probably 1 per, but depends on if they give me more for the next levels. Like a lot of these stay clear, and I've died since, so I don't know if they actually just repopulate only certain rooms or repopulate like based on level progression or what. The Goofy doors unlocked will be my wife's tea. Goofy? I mean, I guess, I mean, a lot of these kinds of like demons or something do have like a playful, silly, or, you know, crude nature maybe. This kind of depends on the blend, right? Spooky poem. Kappa. Salt. I'm gonna go use it on the chest. My ginseng tea is max. We can't sell them. At least, yeah. I kind of hope he can't. Like... It's a, so once you can, so if there's item caps and then you can sell them, it's like, well, that means if you're really efficient, you can make a lot more money, which can be cute and give you like an edge and make you stronger and shit. But in a survival horror thing, with like backtracking and like going back over secrets, it also means that you will sell half your shit, never want to use it, do a lot of backtracking to just like make more money that may or may not be necessary. And it can be cool. I play a lot of games where it's really awesome, but on the flip side, just having it be there, so it's like, hey, I could just use it, or you know, hey, if I just happen to need it at that moment, and just focus more on the actual consumable side of consumables, not the extra loot money side of it. Like I'm kind of right now. I'd rather just be like the consumables are free and trying to be like cheap with them doesn't really matter, right? Point is, you put in like a system to sell consumables, and then nobody will use them. Outside of like very specific instances, right? Big emergencies, and I think it'd be cool to have it like woven into the gameplay a little bit better. Having a max, meaning you can't just like hold on to them forever. Not having them be something you can sell, stuff like that. But it can feel good. I mean, it can feel good, like selling shit or putting it all in a fucking chest. When we just put in my friendly neighborhood, I just put everything in the chest, right? Old Resident Evil, it's all in the chest. But I mean, in old Resident Evil, you would pull out certain things for certain situations. That's kind of more the dream with the storage thing, right? Like, I don't walk around with the Magnum and grenade launcher. I walk around with, you know, something that's not gonna be, you know, because I'm not gonna fight a boss or, you know. Curious if there's any secret in here. Alright. Well, cool, man. Like, I don't think it's that good in here. Kind of thing I think every game should do. I think I'm in the mood for like actually using the consumables and because I just played like 50 games where I either saved them all or sold them all like in Chronos. Different. Blah. Nice sound effects. Not just all the same kind of sound. We're actually macking. And it seems like each weapon has its own moveset. I mean, whether they have like different animations though. What is this compass? Doesn't show me on the map. Whoa. Double. Guess we can combine that. Take that off of my notes. The decapitations had a good little bitty too. Especially with something like an axe. Seems to be all that it's chopped off. A pretty serious looking game. The level of violence makes sense. I mean, hell, the fucking enemies sure wreck dudes in cutscenes. I like that it defaults to 4:3 aspect ratio too. There's something about it being a little smaller, like it's... I don't know how to describe it. Maybe it's like a feeling that... I don't want to say a nostalgia. A smaller... Yeah, I mean it is comfy in a way. Maybe the smaller viewpoints, like a more... There's like a cinematic feel to it because of the bars, or maybe it's like kind of a smaller viewpoint, so it kind of feels not claustrophobic, but it's hard to describe the fucking psychology of like 4:3 or something. Part of it is just that it's a little different, right? 4:3 obviously is the standard aspect ratio of like standard definition shit back in the day. Maybe it is just because it's harkening back to like an older deal, or you know that it's a novelty that it's going for 4:3 in modern day. You know, even a lot of your, I'd say most of your, you know, low poly stuff is still widescreen. Maybe it feels more like authentic at the time, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like me some nostalgic gas, but I'm not really like a slave to it, so I don't think that's what it is. I don't know, maybe it just kind of works with the horror a bit. Tightens your viewpoint, maybe. I mean, maybe that works for cutscenes as well. Yeah, maybe just Kino cutscene. What else needs to be said? Right? Actually, it takes a while to like get out of parry mode. So you don't want to just put up the parry and then try to go for dodges. You kind of want to pick one or the other. Or room. I dig it. Here. Oh, Yumi. Can I swap to this on the fly? Manually equip it. Legendary boss Marazes could be good for shooting. Yeah. Kinda wish they would show. Well, I guess there could be different bows. Rare to find. I just gotta be in a situation where I feel like I need to use the arrow. I don't have a matchlock rifle. 5 is the max, I think. I could just pop them all on a boss and I'd feel fine. Same with the arrows. Or, you know, if it's a crazy situation and I'm deep into some shit. I don't think I would just be using it willy-nilly though. Not much cute use of jumping to find secrets, yeah. It might be more just platforming. That's one of the cool things about like the idea of like a modern dungeon crawler is like, hey, I can point to more shit and use little jumps or get more creative with like the kinds of scripting or little traps or things you can interact with, right? That's why, once again, Grimrock bucks pretty hard because it's kind of like all about that sort of shit. I mean, there's stuff to be learned for sure, and not every single one of them is like supposed to be this unique thing. Sometimes there's just like certain walls that have like a, you know, a look where you can tell there's like a place to press a stone or something, right? But that's learning about how the dungeon works. Not really like a budgetary thing. I mean, maybe in the first one. Second, buck wild. Second floor key. Unless there's like little drawers and shit to mess with, too. I guess that like careful, methodical, kind of observant sort of stuff is something that's cool about the genre, right? Kind of remind you this chest is here with that window. That's cool. This first floor is pretty much good except the actual exit. And then there's jammed doors, but I don't... Maybe we can get to those? Maybe we will from above? Oh. He says. Like, I would have cut out the a little goofy. Just, there's a strange feeling in there. My bad, bro. Taking rot damage just by being near him. Are they adding a boogeyman? Hit and run shit here. I thought they said in the thing he couldn't be killed, but if it bleeds, we can kill it and all that. I did like a jump there. Well, if you dodge forward... Oh, if you just dodge forward, you just jump. Goto gave it to me straight, man. Can this man be killed right now? I spend the rest of my natural life fighting him. Okay. That's what they said, but I didn't know if it was like a nemesis thing where if you like knock him down, he'll drop, you know, magnum parts kind of deal. Yeah, he seems pretty goofy. Because if he shows up during like normal exploration a lot, I'm like, well, fucked. If he's just haunting the first floor, then I mean, whatever. Because he seems to always know where you are. There's like one spot I could hide, maybe. We'll see. I mean, it's interesting. We'll see what happens with it. A boogeyman is not like a bad thing. It just depends on how you deal with him, how often he shows up. If it meshes with like the combat and everything else, right? Like Mr. X is like a good boogeyman, or like Nemesis, and the original RE3, I don't really like him much. The new one, because it's just set pieces, but you know, like Clock Tower is a great boogeyman because it's just really cool scripted shit. But, well, I'm kind of exhausted. Kind of want to do more. I really just want to stream. But the 3 hours. I'm just kind of tired. I had really bad sleep last night. After work and everything, just kind of got a nap. I'm kind of zoinked. Might just chill for just a little bit. Kind of get up, give myself some time to sleep and wake up, and go handle some work stuff. And then we'll do some more. Maybe tomorrow, assuming nothing pops up, I'll try to contact some of the fellers and continue that Outbreak 2 playthrough. If not, I will see if we get Ludo in the afternoon. If I get back, it's not the afternoon. We don't play Outbreak. I don't know if I want to start like a third game, but I do want to stream. But I plan on just kind of doing this one. Goaties minnows around, so maybe we'll start something on the side. I do have some quick short ones I downloaded from the Steam library. There's one by the guy who did Gloomwood and everything. That kind of like a couple hour one. Maybe we give a try after bits. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, this one, I guess I could say like kind of some thoughts. It's been cool so far. I mean, I'd say I like it pretty well, but it's mostly in the atmosphere and especially the soundscape and all that. The music, especially. I think there's just enough there with the kind of grit and this like old film reel like grunginess to some of the cutscenes, the weird Dutch angles and shit like that. Kind of gives it a really cool vibe. I like the idea of like an old, you know, instead of just more like a heroic, like Onimusha fighting demons kind of sort of survival horror thing, right? Because I mean, there are, you know, it's not like Onimusha exists or like Fatal Frame or I haven't played Ju-On yet, but stuff like that where it is in that kind of like time period where you fight demons and it's survival horror. But this is like so much more dirty. And I mean, some of it's just, you know, a little poly, but I mean, like everything's like actually like this grungy. The VHS filter is really heavy. But I kind of like that element to it, the horror element. Maria from the hit game Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Definitely not That's cool. I like the atmosphere a good bit. I mean, maybe some of the enemies have a little jank to the animations, but I like that all so far pretty well. I think there's definitely some oddities in like some of the details, like the breaking of stuff, the healing with the revives, like, you know, that you would revive to get your health back. And realistically, you could just go like rest to get your health back. But I mean, I guess maybe when you die, it's supposed to reset shit. So it's hard to tell. It seems a little random, but then it also seems like there isn't like resets. Obviously, you keep your progress. So you know, maybe that's kind of the design. It's like there's a little punishment for dying because guys will kind of respawn, but not so much that it feels like you're trying to execute a linear plan, you know, like a more Dark Souls style thing. I think the exploration is definitely more like classic survival horror than it is really like Giga Dungeon Crawler. I mean, the combat's definitely more dungeon crawler. You know, I'm not getting lost in the big labyrinth. You know, I don't have a lot of like choices of where to go. We're getting key items to kind of go open up shit, and that's totally fine. I mean, I like that just fine. So. But the amount of secrets, not been too many. Hard to tell. There might be a lot more than I'm giving it credit for, and I just haven't found them. It's definitely not like, you know, I'm interfacing with too many objects or learning much about how to like survive in the labyrinth or something, other than dodging away from shit when I crack it open. It's pretty much just like, you know, general wariness of guys hiding around corners, and then just enemy types. Right? That's the big thing, is like the fighting, which is interesting. I don't know. Jury's out. I mean, there seems like there's gonna be a lot of weapons. We'll see how the gear is. The feeling of upgrading. There's definitely some stuff to learn. You know, you can't just willy-nilly throw your stamina out. You run out pretty much instantly. If you rely on spacing too much and not parrying, you kind of get fucked. You'll run out of stamina. You get the one free dodge, and then you have to wait for more, so you're kind of supposed to use it in that sense for, you know, unblockable attacks, not dodge everything. I would imagine it's the idea. Yeah, we'll see how that feels in the long run. But yeah. Let's see if there's like a guaranteed strat. You know, there's certain kinds of weapon combos that mix things up, or more of a feel for the kicks. Obviously, in a system that relies very heavily on parrying, you know, enemy animations are going to be a big deal. They'll do little feints. There's a long delay on when you can stop parrying to when you can pull out your stuff. So, you know, you really need to know what you're doing and kind of learn stuff. Otherwise, it's like if you try to kind of just feel it out, you might get punished. Some enemies, it's a little funky. I mean, especially for these earlier ones where it's like I'm prepping up a big hit and they just hyper armor through it, like as they just like on their very first attack. Not that I'm saying every enemy should be insta stun lock, but you know, like little goons, it's like if there's no like strategy to like, you know, how I start the fight, I mean, it's always just me walking up waiting for them to attack. Yeah, we'll see how the arrows and the consumables go. I like that there's a max consumable. Seemingly you don't sell them either, so I'm more in the mood for something where I would use the consumables a lot, even if it's a little wonky with the full health heal. We'll see how the bigger fights are. Yeah, going forward, I'm kind of hoping for more secrets, more stuff to like kind of learn in the dungeon. Not necessarily traps, but you know, environmental stuff to be wary of, whatever. Yoink it out. Obviously not any inclusion of like annoying bullshit. I mean, we'll see on the boogeyman guy. Throwing a boogeyman and like a survival horror thing is classic, right? No problem with that off the cusp. Yeah, there's hopefully a lot of cool little upgrades. A nice, feels worth to explore. And variety of interesting areas, more complexity, secrets. Oh, I want to find secrets. The bad would be that it's like we just fight the same goons the whole time, and it looks exactly the same the whole time. And it's incredibly linear. But you can think of a million ways how it'd be fucked, right? It ends in 5 seconds. It's like that's doesn't matter much. Yeah, cool so far. I'm liking it. If there's some weirdness though. Alright guys. Alright. I would stream longer. I'm just kinda dead and I want to be ready. I guess for tomorrow. I could stay up a little bit. I was gonna do 2 hours. Could be a lot tomorrow, and then assuming I don't explode at the doctor's office the next day,